Today, most arrive in Singapore by plane or car. But before the 1900s, the Singapore River was the highway of the city. This vicinity was the first area to be developed for cargo boats that would dock here to trade or sell their wares. Hi, Prof. Chen.
Hey, you must be Kai.
Yes, I'm Kai. Nice to meet you.
Well, thanks for having me.
What would Singapore River have looked like with all the activity in the early days as a British settlement?
On these two banks of the river, there'll be a lot of residences. Mainly, most of the architecture were built of timber and thatch. On this side of the river, this would have been the commercial area. People have their shops and warehouses. On the south bank would have been a very, very swampy area. So a lot of these Chinese guys started building their residences there on stilts over the river.
What were they selling?
Anything that's needed by this little settlement that's coming up. The merchants or traders back then were providing provisions for the garrison, the militarymen, provisions for ships that stopped over. Singapore was established as a free port. It means there's no tariffs, taxes, no fees, no nothing. So these two banks of the rivers became very, very crowded. And so this was the epicenter of trade and commerce for the early part of Singapore.
How did the pioneers benefit from these advantages?
The largest bulk of them who made money were the merchants and the traders. So these guys buy low, sell high. One of them would be Tan Che Seng, for example, right? He's a guy who was really wealthy enough in Malacca. He came here in his 50s and realized there's another opportunity here to make more money.
What was Tan Che Seng's empire like?
We know he's a commissionary agent for a lot of shipping, a lot of Chinese shipping that comes by, whether they are Chinese from Siam or Thailand or Malay Peninsula like Malacca or Penang. He provides provisions or even goods.
How well known or respected was Tan Che Seng in Singapore?
If we were to believe the press reports on his death, at his funeral in 1835, about 10 to 15,000 people showed up for his funeral. His funeral procession did deliberately wound away around the commercial square. It's about Tan certainly was one of the most prominent individuals in Singapore, and it's people like him which contributed in the early days to developing Singapore as a regional hub for Southeast Asia.